What do you mean original Winter's Day? I've never seen this before. What's your favorite season in Guild Wars 1? Or, like, seasonal time?
Oh, it's Winter's Day for sure.
Really?
Um, so yeah. Um, Ranger and Dervish, which are actually two classes you haven't seen yet. Ranger is my main, so I get this expertise. There was actually a I don't know if they changed stuff in the years I haven't played.
Yeah.
Um, but there was a Ranger Necro build called Touch Ranger for PvP.
Oh?
Um, and it abused this expertise trait. Because it said for each rank of expertise, the energy cost of all of your attacks, rituals, touch skills, and ranger skills are decreased by 4%. So I have 14 in this. That means it's decreasing all of those skills by 56% energy, right?
Okay.
Um, Necromancer. See, you'll see these curses, death magic, blood magic.
Right.
Um, they change depending on what secondary I picked. When you pick start the game, you can only get one secondary, and then there's some side quests to unlock the rest of them.
Oh, okay.
I think they're in Blood Magic. Oh, I didn't actually buy them? Interesting. I guess I didn't run that build on this character.
But that's for PvP, right?
Huh?
But you said that's for PvP, right?
Yeah, you can use these characters for PvP, but you can also make your own PvP character.
Oh, okay.
But I don't have another ranger. I might have made a PvP ranger for the PvP things. Um, where's the skills guy's in the front. I remember what the skills guy was.
So when was the last time you played Guild Wars 1?
A long time ago.
I'm surprised to see people still playing this game, but also not surprised at the same time. I wonder how many players are active on this game every day.
Not very many.
I bet.
Actually, I don't have any money. I can't buy skills anyway. But, so there was this skill here, Vampiric Touch,
Hmm.
which class counted as a touch skill. And then in, factions, they didn't think about it too much because they made obviously some skills you can only get from each of the games.
Mm-hmm.
So they made an equivalent to this skill but changed the name in factions. So you could get two of these that did the same thing. But you see that it costs 15 energy and
Yeah.
it steals. I didn't put any points in the blood magic, so it steals 29 health. If you put a bunch of points in the blood magic, let's take all these out of marksmanship. I'll put them in blood magic because that's as high as blood magic could go. I can't use runes or anything to make it go higher. So those steal 65 health, and it's armor ignoring everything. So I hit
Oh.
that button, you lose 65 health.
So
I
it's
gain 65 health.
it's true damage and a siphon of the equivalent.
Yeah,
Okay, okay. Wow, that sounds busted.
yeah. But it costs 15 energy, which is a lot of energy. But um, you'd put on like a staff or something. So now I'm sitting at like 47 energy, and then
Mm-hmm.
you'd max out this expertise. I think you might get it up to 16, and which would give you a 64% energy cost reduction on that skill. And then there was a couple other things you did that basically made that thing cost nothing, and you just spam those two skills. And they couldn't kill you because every like second you're healing for 130 health, and like damage isn't like Guild Wars damage where you're doing thousands of damage.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is an exceptionally good bow right here. It's max damage, best armor piercing, best health, and then the best stats. Or like this inscription, that strength and honor, damage 15%. There's a bunch of different ones, but that's arguably the most consistent as long as you stay above. Ah, you know.
Yeah.
What's this? Oh, Winter's Day gifts. So, Now we're gonna go back to my main class, my Ellie. I played a lot of Mesmer, but the Ellie was definitely my main in this game for sure.
Hmm.
So we go to the hero tab, and if you're ever wondering where those people got that God walking amongst mere mortals, that's this. And you get 30 of these titles at max.
Oh, I see.
And that took a while. And the titles are, for the most part, character bound, not account bound. There are some account bound ones, like the Savior ones here. Those ones are,
Okay.
but these ones are not.
Hmm.
Most of these are per character. So you had to basically get all of these on one character. But what I wanted to show you is the skill hunter one. So in Alona there was 140 elite skills. Cantha there was 120. The core prophecies there was 90, so 15 per class. And then you got a title if you got all of the elite skills. So I captured all of them. This build that I'm currently running is cheese just for this particular mission.
Mm-hmm.
And you get normal mode and then hard mode. And so looking at the map, you'll notice that like the mission icons change. Like you get the helmet with the swords through it now. And in normal mode, it's just a shield with the... And this signified that you vanquished the area. Vanquishing can only be done in hard mode, and that means you went through the explorable zone and killed every enemy that was in there.
Huh.
And that was an achievement for doing it for all of this map. And more impressively, doing it for this map. Which, this is all prophecies. This whole map, from basically this line, this
Yeah.
stuff is Eye of the North, which was the last stuff. But basically everything below this line was base game. This whole map.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
It's a lot of content.
I bet.
So, going through all of these zones and killing every single enemy. And the story starts here. This is your first mission, your Great North Wall.
Hmm.
You would come down to Fort Rannoch. Like the end of this mission led you here. Then you would go back up through this mission, and then you get to the ruins of Sirmia, I think. Where's Nolan? Yeah. And then eventually you'd make it over here to Nolan the Academy. And then Borless Pass, Frostgate led you to here to Beacon's Perch. And then Gates of Kryta, Delasio Seaboard. Yeah, and then you'd come up here to Divinity's Coast, the Wilds, Bloodstone Fen, Aurora Glade, Riverside Province, and the Sanctum K. Once you finish Sanctum K, you would come down here to Amnoon Oasis, and then you had to do Alona's Reach, Thirsty River, and Dunes of Despair in any order. And then you go to Augury Rock. If you remember from Path of Fire, there was that one event that took place at Augury Rock where you had to go kill the doppelganger after you got inside.
Yeah.
That was this entire mission.
Oh, I see.
So after you did these 3 missions, you got to come here and fight your doppelganger, and that's how you got ascended. And then after you got to this point in the game, you could go to these little towns, Hero's Audience, Destiny's Gorge, Seeker's Passage, and you can get quests to unlock the other secondaries that you didn't unlock at the very beginning of the game.
Huh.
So like, you had to go quite a distance to unlock the secondaries. Um, here's your Tomb of the Primeval Kings. Then you did the Dragon's Lair mission as well. After Dragon's Lair, you ended up. Where did we end up? I think Drockner's Forge? Yeah. You ended up here at Drockner's Forge. You do the Ice Caves, the Sorrow mission. And this is somewhere over here in Maguma is where you met the Mersat. And it wasn't until you got to the Iron Mines of Moulin Dune before you could fight the Mersat.
Hmm.
Like, you had to go through a large story. That led you to Thunderhead Keep, which you've probably seen if you did any of the Living Story Season 4 stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the original Thunderhead Keep. If you look really closely, you can kind of see this looks exactly the same as, like, that part where the mission takes place. Or not the
Hmm.
mission, but that event where all the branded are is right here.
Right.
Um,
High
after
atop a
Thunder...
mountain with a bunch of bridges.
Yeah. After Thunderhead Keep, you get towards the ass end of the game where you get to come over here to these 3 missions. And this is basically your end game here.
Who's your favorite character in the game that isn't a playable character? And is the answer different in Guild Wars 2?
I don't know who my favorite character in this game would be, because I haven't played it in so long.
I guess character development is different in this game than it would be in Guild Wars 2. I became very fond of Ritlock, and he is my favorite character in Guild Wars 2, which is surprising because I like hate Char because they're so like cumbersome to fashion. Like, it just never feels right whenever I do it. But yeah, Ritlock Brimstone is my favorite from Guild Wars 2. Saul D'Alessio is probably my favorite, like, I guess villain, although there are many. But his like struggle and torture I'm very fond of, which sounds very sadistic. Don't tempt me with a good time. But yeah, the character building in him, and this is just his like incredible struggle. This just feels right. It's nice.
So in do I have to, there it is. Dredgehaunt Cliffs. There's that one heart where they have you like talk to the gravestones.
Okay.
You remember that heart?
Yes.
That is this spot right here.
The Granite Citadel.
And so this is what it looked like in Guild Wars 1.
Very similar.
Should be almost exactly the same. There's no Z axis in this game, so there's no jumping and walking around. It'd be a pain in the ass.
I see.
But what I wanted to show you... God damn it, that's not the way down either. I'm just going to click that. It'll auto-walk down there.
Pathing.
Uh-huh. But I'm going to show you a really cool thing, which is why I love that heart. Like, that was my favorite heart to do in the game.
Yeah.
When I got to it, because of this zone.
Hmm.
So, like, when it taught you talk to the gravestones, they would show you a name. And that name would say Volsung. And that was one of them. And you had to pick what that was. He was the merchant in that zone.
Oh.
Like Rayna and Little Tom were the henchmen right here.
Oh.
So that's why you would pick what they were, because that's what they were in Guild Wars 1. Hagen was the armor smith over here.
The callback.
Yeah,